The topic of this lecture is Frequency Distribution Part 2 for FYBCA students. We'll cover these points in this lecture: cumulative frequencies, less than cumulative frequency curve, and more than cumulative frequency curve. These 3 points and some examples we are going to cover in this lecture. So, cumulative frequency. There are 2 types of cumulative frequency. What are these types? First is less than type cumulative frequency, and second is more than type cumulative frequency. So there are 2 types, less than and more than. Now, in less than type cumulative frequency of a class, what is this? Is the number of observations less than or equal to the upper limit of the corresponding class. So that is the point. And similarly, for the more than type cumulative frequency is the number of observation more than or equal to lower limit of the corresponding class. So you keep this in the mind. This is corresponding to upper limit and this is corresponding to the lower limit. That will be clear when we'll take the examples. So let us start with this example. For the following frequency distribution, find less than cumulative frequencies and more than cumulative frequencies. So these are the marks given as a class intervals: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and there is a no gap between the class. So this is of the exclusive type. Exclusive type. Exclusive type. So that we have seen in the last lecture. What does it mean by exclusive or inclusive class interval? So this is of the exclusive type. So how will find this? So for this, we'll write first as a class interval, then we'll write the frequency, which is written over here. And for the less this frequency, how will obtain? 5 will come as a 5. Then in 5, we will add the 12 and write as a 17. So this is 5 plus 12 is 17. Now this 17 will be added in this 15. So this will be 17 plus 15, that is 32. Now in this 32 will add 4. So 32 plus 4. So 32 plus 4. So it will become 36. And in this 36 will add this 4. So it will become 36 plus 4 is 40. So this, by this way, we will make the less than cumulative frequency. And for the more than cumulative frequency, what we will do? First of all, we will write this 4 as it is, and then keep on adding this 4 with the above class intervals frequency. So this 4 plus 4 becomes 8. Now this 8 will be added in this 15. So this will be 8 plus 15 is 23. Now for the next 23 will add this 23 we will add in this 12. So this become 23 plus 12 is equal to 35. And this 35 will be added in 5, so it will become 40. So like this way, less than and more than cumulative frequency you can find. Now no need to write this as a addition. You can directly write this as 5, 17, 32, 36, 40. Here also you can write 4, 8, 23, 35 and 40 directly. No need to write this in the summation notation if you want. This is only to explain how we will find. Now let us see one more example. Draw less than cumulative frequency curve and more than cumulative frequency curve for following frequency distribution. Again, the class interval, you can see it is exclusive type. Exclusive. Why it is exclusive? Because there is a no gap, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Now less than cumulative frequency, how will find? So frequency is given over here. First will come as a 5, then 5 will be added in this 12, it becomes 17, then 70 is added in 43, it becomes 60, 60 will be added in 32, it will become 92, and 92 plus 8, that will become 100. So like this way, this table can be formed. Now this part, more than cumulative frequency, how we'll start? We'll start with this 8 as it is. Then 8 will be added in this 32, so it will become 40. In 40, we'll add 43, so it will become 83. This 83 will add it in 12, so it will become 95. And finally, this 95 will be added in this frequency 5, so it will become 100. So by this way, less than and more than type cumulative frequency you can find. Now for this, what we'll do, as I told, this less than, these marks are there, and less than cumulative frequency and more than frequency curves we will have to make. So for that purpose, this is class interval and this is less than type cumulative frequency. So here we will write the on x-axis the upper limits. What are the upper limits? So 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. And for this first class, we will make 0 also as it is. Now we'll write the cumulative frequency. I will write for 10 corresponding to 10, we'll make a 5. So this is 5. So between 0 and 10, this point will identify. For 20, we'll identify the point as a height 17. And how with this we have formed? This is corresponding because the total frequency is 100. So we have taken the 0, 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 15, 16, all this. So that we can identify the points. Now corresponding to this 20, for 10, we'll write 5. So this is the first point. Corresponding to 20, we'll write 70, we'll find the mark 17. So this will be the point. Corresponding to 30, the point is 60. So it will come over here. Corresponding to 40, that will be 92. So it will come somewhere here. And corresponding to 50, it is 100. So point will come over here. Now these points will join by smooth hand. So you can find this will be the curve. So by this way, this will be formed less than cumulative frequency curve. That will be corresponding to the upper limits. So one more time, let me draw this. So by this way, 2 lines will be there. Here we'll write 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So upper limits we are writing. For the first class, we'll write the lower limit also. Corresponding to 10, at a height of 5, we'll write this mark. Corresponding to 720, at a height of 70, we'll mark a mark. Corresponding to 30, at a height of 60, we'll make a mark. Corresponding to 40, at a height of 92, we'll make a mark. And corresponding to 50, at a height of 100, we'll make a mark. And we'll join this with a smooth hand. So that type of curve, as you can see, that will be formed. So this type of curve will be formed. Now for the more than type, that should be, it is written more than type. It is by mistake, it is written less than, it should be more than type cumulative frequency is this. So for this purpose, what we'll take the lower limits 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. That will identify over here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. And for the one more class we'll take as a 50. So we'll write here 50. So that is, we are considering one more class here 50 to 60 and we are taking its lower limit as a 50 and we'll mark at a 0. So how will you mark now points? For corresponding to 0, we'll mark 100. So that will be the point. Corresponding to 10, we'll mark 95. So corresponding to 10, this will be the mark. Corresponding to 20, we'll identify at the height 83. So this will be the point. Corresponding to 30, at a height of 40, we'll mark this. Corresponding to 40, at a height of 8, we'll mark this. And for the last 50, that is not mentioned over here, we'll write corresponding 0. So this will be marked over here. And we'll have to join this with a smooth hand. So that will be more than type cumulative frequency curve. Okay. So by this way, these two curves you can draw. Now let us take one more example quickly. Find more than cumulative frequency distribution for the following data and represent it by graphically. Now here we have to first of all check the class. This class interval is given in the form of inclusive method. Why it is inclusive? As I explained, there is a gap. It is 11 to 15, 60 to 20, 21 to 25. There is a gap. Then next is start with 26 to 30. Next start with 31 to 35. So there is a gap. So for in such a case, when we draw these steps of cumulative frequency curves, and because we have to draw it graphically, we'll have to convert into class boundaries. So what will be the class boundary for first? It is 11 to 15. What will be class boundary? Because there is a gap. D is equal to 16 minus 15. So D is equal to 1. There is a gap of 1. And D by 2, that will be 0.5. So 0.5 will be added and subtracted in each limits. So this first will become 10.5 to 15.5. Second will become 15.5 to 20.5. Third will become 20.5 to 25.5. Fourth will become 25.5 to 30.5. And fifth will become 30.5 to 35.5. So first of all, we'll convert this class limit into class boundaries. Then we'll write frequency as it is. And we know we are going to find the more than cumulative frequency. So as I told, how we'll find? First entry will come as it is. Then 5 will be added in 10, so it will become 50. 15 will be added in 50, so it will become 30. 30 will be added in 12, so it will become 42. And 42 finally will be added in 8, so it will become 50. So by this way, this more than cumulative frequencies we have found. Now for this, the lower boundaries will take. So corresponding to 10.5, we will take the value as 50. For the second lower boundary, 15.5 will take a value 42. For third, we'll take a value 30. For the fourth, 20.5, we'll take the value 15. And for the fifth, 30.5, we'll take the value 5. For 10.5, so 10.5 point will come over here. We are taking this as a 50. Corresponding to this 15.5, so we'll take the points here. This point will be 10.5. So for 10.5, we have found the value as a 50, so that will be identified. For 15.5, will identify this value. For 20.5, we'll identify this value. For 25.5, we'll identify this value. And for the 30.5, we'll identify this value. And for the last 35.5, we'll take the value as a 0 and we'll join this with a smooth hand. So like this way, this frequency curve or more than frequency curve or augur will be formed. So this Beamer presentation, this can be downloaded from the link given in the description. Thank you very much.